Bună ziua și bine v-am găsit la un nou videoclip. După cum puteți vedea, astăzi am un invitat alături de mine și cum acesta nu este din România, we will have to do this video in English. Present yourself.
Oh shit, I'm Rafly. You know, everybody knows me. Like, come on now.
Really?
Yeah,
So
sure.
you're cocky already.
Exactly, I'm fucking cocky. Come on.
Okay, so
Let's get this.
since you know that my channel is based on football, I have prepared some questions for you which are football based.
Okay, sure.
Okay, let's go. The first question. How did you get into football? Like, what made you like this sport?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Because I guess my first, I wasn't getting into football until maybe 2010 when there was the World Cup.
Yes.
And I was like in grade 6 or something, and I saw like from like from like first hand, everyone is watching, everyone is cheering, everyone is having a good time. So I just kind of dig into it from that point, from that moment. Also, like, given that Indonesia is like football in Indonesia is really big, even though like we're not the best nation when it comes to football, but our fan base is crazy. You can watch like a second tier football in Indonesia, and the animal is amazing. It's fantastic. So, and then I just kind of like gradually got into Italian football at first, because back then it was super big, like in the 2000 something. It was really big for 2000. So I got into Italian football. I remember the Inter Milan team from 2010. It was fantastic.
Yeah, they won the treble that season, if I remember correctly.
Yes, right? Yep. That was even though like in that team they played as a team. You know, like they didn't exactly have like the number one star or whatever. So everyone played everything equally. Yeah. So like they had this whole system that makes it like, for God's sake, if you talk about the Inter team from 2010, who can you mention? Like maybe the biggest one is Eto probably. After that, who else?
Milito maybe?
Milito, but Milito
Zanetti.
is not Milito, Zanetti, but they're not in the same level as, I don't know, I feel like Chafu or Roberto Carlos, like, you know, those kind of players that has this really big star name in them. So that's why I feel like they play as a team. That's why I really like them.
I understand. And did you play football or you just only watch it?
I used to play. Yeah, I used to play.
Yeah.
I used to play for my we used to have this small amateur team at the high school. I used to play like right back something, but I wasn't quite good at it. But you know, it was acceptable at that age. Like whatever, you know, you're just kind of having fun with your friends, and you don't really care. You know?
Okay, so I heard that you mentioned earlier that back in Indonesia you have even though you're not recognized as a footballing country, you said that at the football games you have great atmosphere and all, and I've seen some videos about it, and it looks really good. I would like for you to tell us a little bit about the football from where you're from, because over here it's not that popular. Like, what's the major differences between Indonesian football and the football from Europe?
The major difference from Indonesian football and football from Europe, I'm not saying that European fans are are not fanatic, because they are really fanatic, but some of them, you know. But when it comes to Asian fans, like some people would say something like, they're not real fans because they're not from the city. How could you be from Jakarta and you support a team in London, whatever, you know? And I think it's kind of ridiculous, because like in Indonesia, for example, you can watch, I don't know, every time you want to watch a Premier League match, La Liga, Serie A, whatever, you have to wake up at like 3 to 4 in the morning sometimes, and just sometimes you see your team lose.
That shows passion.
That shows passion. Like, and every time we would just gather at like, you know, like a local pub or something, we watch with our friends, and everything there's huge. So I think that's also the main. That's one of the main differences. And the second main difference, I think, is the infrastructure that we have in Indonesia. Because here, let's say, for example, Romania is it's quite a big country, like geography speaking, right? But if you want to travel, let's say you have a match, CFR Cluj and FCSB,
Yes.
right? You can just travel easy. I don't know.
Yeah, a few
Bucharest, few hours with plane, few hours with train, easy. But Indonesia, we are a country of like a lot of islands in it. So traveling there is not. It is really hard traveling, when it comes to football. So there was this player, if you know him, Mario Kempes.
Yes, 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 yes.
He played in Indonesia by the end of his career. Yes, he did. In the 90s, he played in a team called Persik Career or something. So, and the one thing that he used to complain is the traveling there, because it's not like in Europe. Like you travel that far, it's like Champions League match. You don't travel that much. But in Indonesia, you travel like that each and every week. So it gets really tiring. I don't know. Every foreign players almost say that. Like Michael Essien, he said that as well. He played for my boyhood club, Michael Essien, and Cotton Cole as well. If you know him, he was from West Ham. So yeah, that's like the main two difference that make Indonesian football so different, so to say.
Yeah, but as I said, it shows that you have passion for the game.
Yeah, of course we do.
So, as you know, later this year there's going to be the World Cup.
Yes.
I would like for you to give us some predictions.
Oh,
Who do you think is going to be the biggest disappointment, the dark horse of the competition, and of course the winner?
the winner. Okay.
Start with whatever you want.
I would say the dark horse. I'm gonna say Portugal.
Can you count them as a dark horse?
Because here's the thing with Portugal, right? They have quite a good team, but when it comes to national team, they just somewhat, I don't know, they don't have this X factor. Even though, yeah, like sure they did win the 2016 Euro, but even I love Portugal, but I can say that was a lucky win.
Yes, exactly. Because
That was a lucky
didn't
win.
win a match in the whole group stages.
Exactly, that was a lucky win to that. So I'm gonna say Portugal. Also, like Ronaldo is aging.
Yeah, it's probably his last World Cup.
Probably his last World Cup, but he said that he's still gonna play in the Euro 2024.
So it's not his final tournament.
Not final tournament, but maybe final World Cup. Ronaldo is aging, and you have Ho Felix, but he's not really consistent. So that's why I say like they can be. I would like to consider him as a dark horse here.
Yeah. Okay.
Big disappointment. Well, I was gonna say Italy, but Italy is not in the World Cup either.
They are a disappointment.
Okay. I mean, they're all disappointing. Like, come on, they really are disappointing. I'll tell you that. I would say England.
England.
I'll say England.
Bold prediction.
I'll say England, man. I hate England so much.
Why? Why is that? Because they won against Italy.
No. I don't know. Like they're just loud and obnoxious, so to say. Like the fans are. Not the fans. Like I mean, like the players, like, and the press of the British media, like how
I know
they
that
twist things,
overrated.
everything. Like there's a thing called English tax.
Yeah.
For every British player, it's crazy. That's why I just no.
So
I hope they're gonna
So
spoil.
you're saying that it's not coming home.
No, it's not coming home. Nope.
And the winner,
the
who do you think
winner.
is going to be?
I want to say because my prediction always changes every time. But are you asking as in like who do I think is the realistic winner, or who do I want to win?
Well, you can answer both if you want.
I want Portugal to win,
Yes.
but if we're talking realistic, I'm gonna say Brazil.
Yeah, they do have a very good squad.
I'm gonna say Argentina. Argentina have
Argentina,
more
yeah.
have more depth than Portugal, I would say. I'm gonna say France.
Yeah, even though they're not in the best form, but they still have a very good team.
Exactly. The France, the B team in France can walk in any national team. It's crazy. So I would say between the three.
So between these two. Okay. Very good prediction.
What about you? What do you think?
I mean, I think the winner is going to be, I think, Argentina, because they are in a really good form. They haven't lost a football match in like God knows how long.
Mm-hmm.
As for the biggest disappointment, I was going to go with Italy, but again, they're not at the World Cup. So I think,
come on.
So I think,
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling that maybe Germany won't do that well. I don't know.
Germany.
I have a feeling that they're going to flop again.
Okay.
And as for the dark horse, I'm going to go with Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, I'm going
Oh,
with
the
Canada.
Davis.
Yeah, I mean, they have a good young squad. They haven't been at the World Cup for ages, and the excitement is really high over there. I think they're going to do, maybe, okay, they're not going to win it, but I think they're going to get out of the group stage, maybe quarterfinals, maybe.
Could be. You never know.
I'm rooting for them.
Okay, good point.
So, I've heard that you mentioned earlier that you got into football because a part of it was because of Italian football. So I'm going to ask you, who is your favorite team?
My favorite team.
Yeah.
Like my favorite football team.
Yes.
Inter Milan.
Inter Milan.
Yeah.
And are you a supporter since you were a little kid?
Yeah, of course. Like that. There's a part of like why I got into football, like Inter Milan, even though like I kind of have like a team to root for in every league. You know, like the team that I really fuck with this team. You know.
Yes.
In every league. You know, but the main one should have been Inter Milan.
Inter Milan. A good squad. And for the last question, what former player would you bring back in your favorite team, like dead or alive? It doesn't matter.
They're alive.
Yes.
In my favorite team, but did he have to play in this team or from other team?
No, he had to play at certain point at Inter Milan.
I would say Adriano. Yeah.
Adriano. I was thinking
Adriano.
Yeah, not the player, but shame it didn't work out for him.
I would say Adriano, and imagine like you have Adriano and Lukaku like in the front, like
and Altar, and it would be a deadly team. So you're going with Adriano.
Going with Adriano. Either that or there's this player that I was really rooting for. He was a wonder kid back in Inter. Balotelli.
Balotelli, yes.
Balotelli, this.
Yeah, back in university days, he
was unfair, but you know, attitude get the best of him, you know.
Yes. Okay, so that will be my questions. Thank you for coming for the video.
Shit, of course, no problem.
And don't forget, if you like the video, drop a like and a subscribe, and maybe we're gonna bring you back for another
Yes,
video.
sir. Yes, sir. Bye.